Thank you. This is Just Planet, which opened 7 years ago in Sunbury. I opened with my husband, who is one of the first environmental champions with Hume. Basically, we did it because we wanted to change the world. So we opened a cafe in Sunbury. Money, we are all spending money, and how we spend our money is actually creating the world that we want for the future. So we took a bit of time in our life to do some soul searching and decide what our vocation, our purpose or meaning was for us. What can we contribute? So we really kind of explored, what breaks our heart? What is it that kind of moves us, that makes us actually want to do something about a situation? And we happened to be on our second date when we were at a social justice conference, and we heard about, as you do, and we heard about something that profoundly moved us, and that was the darker side of chocolate. Now, I'm a big chocolate eater, and it was actually quite disturbing for me to find out that 80% of the world's chocolate is produced by child slave labour, very badly treated, sometimes never making their way home, moved across the borders. We found also it wasn't much better for coffee farmers. Coffee farmers are usually small rural operations in mountainous areas, and they really struggle to be paid properly. And we drink a lot of coffee in our culture. So we thought, what can we do about this? The problem seems too big, and we're pretty small. It's just us, and there's this cafe that we might open called Just Planet. What we decided to do was anything that was Fairtrade that we could find, we'd put into this cafe so that we could highlight to people what it was that we'd found. Because, I was 42 and I suddenly discovered all the chocolate I'd eaten so far wasn't Fairtrade. And I was horrified at that, and I thought other people would be horrified too. So if it's Fairtrade, it's in. So we sell all sorts of stuff. Coffee we buy from Fairtrade farms, and we roast it ourselves. We buy giftware from around the world, all Fairtrade. Loving Earth, a fantastic Hume company. We sell truckloads of their chocolate. It's absolutely beautiful and ethically produced. On their website, if you look it up, you can go right down to where they actually farm things. For us, it had to be fair trade. We're not going to muck around with any of the other labels here. Direct trade, watch out for that one. It's really popular right now. Cafes will tell you, our beans are direct trade. That actually means that they've picked the biggest, richest farmer in the area they can get a truckload of beans off. It doesn't really matter that whether he pays the people properly or not. It doesn't really matter if women are paid equally or not, because they're not really accredited. Bird friendly, lovely. That's really, really nice. But the only one that you can really take seriously is the Fairtrade logo, because it really cares about people as well as the planet. Why bother with certification? Well, for these guys, women, sorry. Normally women are not paid equally in any kind of industry outside of, in any of these sort of producers and farmers outside of Australia. Education was another area that was really important to us, and child labour was the key thing that broke our heart. When you purchase Fairtrade products, a percentage of that is actually sent back to the community itself for them to decide how they want to spend that money. We're not controlling that. That's that premium that you pay. So anyway, being a cafe, we thought we'd better stick some food on, and it had to be fair. So we need to carry those sort of fair trade principles through to what we do in the community. So that is a patch of grass that was behind the cafe. We turned it into our production area, and it's a wonderful little mini food forest where we've actually managed to produce amazing crops. Like this summer in that small patch, we produced between 30 and 35 kilos of designer tomatoes, your little heirloom, beautiful ones in every kind of shape and colour. And that's one of our signature dishes over there, the Mexican mess. So fair trade coffee, fair food. So we looked at things like a raw menu and vegetarian menu, and just to have a point of difference in the community, to offer something that's not being done. And that's some of the meals we produce. There's Norman in the garden. Sustainability is an important aspect of that, so we are sharing, swapping, and saving seeds for the future. These are some gorgeous little heirloom corn seeds. But it's a bit more than about just the food and about the coffee. It builds community too. All of our tables are share tables at the cafe. That was very hard for people to get used to at first, but now they're all getting to know each other and networking with one another and hearing about the projects they're doing and swapping ideas with each other, which is fantastic. So for the future, what we want to do is continue to educate about Fairtrade, because that's really important to us. We're just about to distribute our coffee. We've got a 1 kilo roaster. We've got all the coffee for our cafe, and we supply also the Immigration Museum in the city, a few other small places, but we've got a distributor who's interested in taking it a bit bigger in Australia, which is really exciting for us. So you've got to ask yourself, what is it that breaks your heart? What is it in you? What is your unique gift? What is it about you that will actually bring that change? And there was another slide that's gone. But the other slide, the other slide was basically a message about how you can, no matter how small your idea is, it's the collection of small ideas that will make the difference. Thank you.
Thank you.